The more successful the business became, Joe and I's passion was for the experience for the guest.
Chip Gaines transformed the world of home renovation television with his infectious charm and undeniable talent, changing countless houses and lives along the way. But beneath the cheerful surface of Fixer Upper, questions have lingered. Why did Chip step away when the show was thriving? And what controversies quietly shaped his rise and fall in the spotlight? From mysterious health rumors to legal battles and unexpected business moves, Chip's story is far richer and more complex than fans ever imagined. What really happened behind the scenes with this beloved TV star and entrepreneur? The full answers will surprise you. From fame to a quiet retreat. Chip and Joanna Gaines rose to fame on Fixer Upper, charming viewers with Chip's construction skills and Joanna's design vision. Their transformations turned them into household names, but in 2017, at the height of their success, they unexpectedly stepped away from the show. Fans speculated about health issues, personal struggles, or creative conflicts, though the true reasons remained private. Behind the scenes, the demanding filming schedule, their growing business ventures, and the responsibilities of raising 5 children created mounting strain. Prioritizing their family and well-being, the couple chose to slow down and reevaluate their commitments, leading to their temporary departure. At the same time, whispers of tension with producers added to the mystery. Industry insiders suggested there may have been creative differences, though Chip and Joanna rarely addressed these claims directly. Whether disagreements involved control, direction, or brand protection, the hints suggested that the behind-the-scenes experience was more complicated than fans realized. For many, this added an air of intrigue to their departure, an implication that the couple sought greater autonomy than the show allowed. Despite leaving Fixer Upper, the Gaineses didn't slow down professionally. Chip continued leading Magnolia Homes, and the Magnolia brand expanded rapidly. Their projects, from retail spaces to restaurants and the ever-growing Magnolia Market at the silos, became major attractions. The launch of Magnolia Journal further strengthened their presence outside television. This period marked a shift. The couple evolved from TV personalities into entrepreneurs, shaping a full lifestyle empire. Still, the exact motivations behind their break from the show continued to spark curiosity. Their withdrawal fueled even more speculation as Chip's public appearances and social media activity became less predictable. Fans wondered whether the break was temporary or long-term. Were personal or health-related challenges involved? The uncertainty surrounding their silence turned into a puzzle for those trying to understand the couple's sudden retreat. Yet the pause also hinted that a larger transformation was underway. The convergence of family priorities, business expansion, and possible production tensions painted a complex picture. Chip's easygoing on-screen persona often masked the heavier pressures off-screen, making the break harder for fans to grasp. Even as they stepped back from the cameras, their roots ran deep in a business that was years in the making, building the Magnolia Empire. Long before HGTV entered the picture, Chip and Joanna Gaines were laying the groundwork for their future empire in Waco, Texas. Their story began in the early 2000s when they met at Joanna's father's tire shop, a chance encounter that led to both a marriage and a business partnership. With Chip's construction skills and Joanna's natural eye for design, the two quickly discovered a shared passion for renovating homes. They married in 2003 and began flipping houses, building success through hands-on experience rather than overnight fame. They soon launched Magnolia Homes, blending Chip's contractor abilities with Joanna's warm, farmhouse-inspired aesthetic. Their work stood out in the local market, attracting a loyal following and redefining Waco's housing landscape. Over the years, They renovated more than 100 homes, consistently transforming rundown properties into stylish, functional spaces. Their efforts didn't just improve individual houses, it energized the community, drawing in buyers who fell in love with the Magnolia style. Even early on, Magnolia represented more than real estate. It reflected a lifestyle rooted in craftsmanship, comfort, and authenticity. Their growing reputation eventually caught the attention of HGTV producers, leading to the 2013 pilot of Fixer Upper. Their rise felt natural and earned, built on real work, genuine talent, and undeniable chemistry rather than manufactured TV drama. Chip's magnetic personality and Joanna's eye for detail became the heart of the show, but the business behind it was equally impressive. With fame, the scope of Magnolia expanded rapidly. The brand not only diversified into the retail, home goods, and lifestyle magazine, but also acquired a famous market and restaurant next to the Waco Magnolia silos. The family values of family, faith, and quality living were at the core of each new venture. The slowly planned expansion made Magnolia a brand and something more. It was an empire impacting different aspects of modern lifestyle. The lucky ones among the fans who went to Waco could see the Gaines's dream turned into reality. Running a business empire in the limelight of public opinion is a very tough job, and it gets even tougher when there are several partners and investors involved. In the beginning, Magnolia had different partners, but as the popularity of the Gaineses grew, intricate relations came up behind the curtains. Balancing rapid growth with artistic activities demanded very careful and thoughtful navigation. Chip's role changed from that of a hands-on contractor to managing a multifaceted brand. His enthusiasm and vigor pushed for many expansions, but soon after, the hidden tensions erupted. Tensions that would later play a crucial part in their story. With the growth of their business influence, the risks involved also increased. Magnolia was not merely a home improvement company in the local area anymore. It was already a lifestyle authority at a national level. Although the company had more significant chances, it also had more considerable risks to deal with, such as lawsuits and public criticism. The transformation from a small firm to a name recognized all over the country came with complications that only a few would have foreseen. The journey from low-key beginnings to a vast empire was complicated by both externalities and internal decisions. Magnolia's success was inseparable from the Gaineses' personal brand, a mixture of truthfulness and magnetism that made millions feel connected. But this very bond amplified the effects of the subsequent controversies. To find out where Chip's story takes a darker turn, we should first look into the disputes and lawsuits that began to mold public perception. The path to empire building was not without conflict, as business disputes soon tested the Gaineses' reputation and resolve. Controversies and legal disputes. Success often breeds conflict, and Chip Gaines found himself embroiled in legal battles that challenged both his integrity and public image. Before becoming the star of Fixer Upper, Magnolia Homes had multiple partners invested in the business. When the opportunity to appear on HGTV came, Chip convinced the partners to sell their shares to him for a modest amount, reportedly around $2,500 each. At the time, they accepted the offer without suspicion. But as the television show skyrocketed in popularity, the dynamics quickly changed. Feeling deceived, the former partners filed a lawsuit seeking $1 million in compensation. They claimed insider trading and argued that Chip had strategically sidelined them to gain full control just as the Magnolia name took off. However, after legal examination, the court sided with Chip. It was determined that since the partners had voluntarily sold their shares under clear terms, no theft had occurred. Yet, the ethical questions lingered in public opinion. Many viewed Chip's move as opportunistic, a calculated play that, while legal, damaged his reputation among some fans and industry insiders. This episode cast a long shadow over Chip's persona, exposing the rough edges behind the charm that fans adored on screen. Though he pursued a countersuit accusing the former partners of defamation and damage to his image, the details of their eventual out-of-court settlement were never made public. The episode highlighted the complex realities of business entangled with fame, and how swiftly public perception can shift. What had begun as a love story between two entrepreneurs now also included a tale of distrust and power struggles. Compounding these troubles, the Gaineses faced another serious challenge in 2018 when the Environmental Protection Agency launched an investigation into their renovation practices. The EPA found that Magnolia Homes had violated the renovation, repair, and painting rule, specifically concerning the handling of lead paint during home renovations. Lead paint is a hazardous material, especially dangerous for young children, and strict federal guidelines must be followed to ensure safety during remodeling. The agency identified 33 homes renovated on Fixer Upper that did not appear to comply fully with these regulations. This revelation thrust the popular couple into the spotlight for less flattering reasons. Questions arose about whether the pursuit of profit on the show had come at the expense of health and safety. The controversy damaged their standing with some viewers and industry professionals, forcing the Gaineses to respond swiftly. Magnolia Homes agreed to pay a $40,000 fine and committed an additional $160,000 to local lead paint abatement efforts in Waco. They also dedicated an episode to educating viewers about the risks of lead paint and proper renovation practices. Beyond the fines, this incident was a clear signal that even beloved figures must meet strict legal and ethical standards. The Gaineses implemented more rigorous compliance programs, improved staff training, and enhanced record-keeping to prevent future violations. While the controversy did not end the Fixer Upper brand, it raised important questions about the responsibilities of reality TV shows in portraying safe practices. Even in the face of turmoil, the Gaineses would soon find a way to reinvent and reclaim their place in the world they helped shape. Environmental violations and public backlash. In 2018, Chip and Joanna Gaines faced one of their most serious public challenges when Magnolia Homes came under investigation by the Environmental Protection Agency. The issue centered on the improper handling of lead-based paint during renovations on older homes featured on Fixer Upper. Because homes built before 1978 commonly contain lead paint, federal law requires strict renovation practices to prevent hazardous dust exposure, especially for children. The EPA's renovation, repair, and painting rule mandates certified methods for safe containment and removal, making compliance non-negotiable. After reviewing multiple seasons of the show, the EPA determined that 33 homes appeared to lack required LEED-safe work practices. The discovery raised concerns that Fixer Upper might inadvertently be modeling unsafe renovation techniques to millions of viewers, many of whom try to replicate the couple's remodeling projects at home. Public scrutiny intensified as safety concerns clashed with the Gaineses' trustworthy and family-oriented image. Magnolia Homes decided to settle with the EPA to resolve the situation. Their settlement terms included a payment of $40,000 as a fine and an additional commitment of $160,000 towards a lead paint removal program in Waco, Texas. This program would cover the prevention of lead hazards in the homes and places of kids' activities, which they will later remove. A program that is a little above the regulatory compliance, as it shows their focus on the health of the community. Payment of the fine was not only a restoration, but also a proclamation about their readiness to confront the matter openly. In addition, Magnolia used a Fixer Upper episode as a platform for educating the public on the dangers of lead paint and safety procedures, this being a major part of their strategy to regain public trust. The transparency that came with this shift characterized the responsible renovation and the rising awareness of the influence that home improvement shows had. The controversy led the public to a wider discussion about the environmental safety of televised construction and the accuracy of the entertainment's claims. Internally, Magnolia Homes came up with a complete compliance management system, which will help them avoid future violations. Among other things, the various improvements consisted of the training of both the staff and subcontractors to a higher standard, the adoption of the strictest record-keeping, and the periodical monitoring that would verify all projects met EPA standards. The implementation of these measures was primarily for the protection of clients, the audience, and the company's reputation in the long run, among others. The controversy did not completely sink or destroy Fixer Upper, but it did, for a while, shift the public's interest from the Gaines's charm to issues of supervision and ethics. The fans saw the couple's acceptance of blame, but still, the incident was a reminder that even the most adored public figures have to live by the rules set by the regulators. With lessons in hand and a strengthened resolve, Chip and Joanna engineered a bold return to the spotlight on their own terms. The return to television. After a hiatus that left fans uncertain about the future of Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines made a highly anticipated return in 2021. This time on their own terms, instead of partnering with their original production team, they launched their own company to produce and distribute the show. This shift marked their transformation from on-screen talent into full-scale entrepreneurs with creative and managerial control. They were now the architects behind the scenes, shaping both content and strategy. The revived Fixer Upper preserved the warm, familiar formula of Joanna's design style and Chip's construction skills, but introduced new, ambitious twists. One notable episode centered on the renovation of a historic Waco hotel, signaling their desire to take on larger-scale projects and broaden the show's scope. Fans welcomed the return enthusiastically, eager to see their expanded vision come to life. Their comeback coincided with the development of Magnolia Network, a lifestyle-driven channel created to host Fixer Upper, along with other Magnolia programming. The network expanded its influence far beyond home renovation, offering content focused on family, food, creativity, community, and faith. This move demonstrated that the Gaineses had evolved into a multi-platform brand, extending their reach to audiences seeking inspiration, grounded in authenticity. Creating their own production company gave Chip and Joanna the flexibility they previously lacked. They could manage filming schedules, select projects aligned with their values, and maintain healthier boundaries between work and family life. It also helped them avoid the creative disagreements that contributed to their earlier break from television. Their renewed autonomy set the stage for sustainable, long-term success and reflected their determination to forge a path that prioritized both quality and well-being. Their return offered a glimpse into a more seasoned phase of their lives. Viewers saw a couple focused not only on design and construction, but also on preserving the rhythms of family and faith. The tone felt more grounded, free of unnecessary drama, and rooted in thoughtful storytelling. The human connection that endeared them to millions remained at the heart of their brand. This new chapter showcased adaptation, resilience, and reinvention. The Gaineses had endured controversy, criticism, and intense public speculation, yet emerged with greater clarity and confidence. Their re-entry into television became a declaration of direction and identity, one shaped by purpose rather than pressure. As they continued expanding their projects, their platform held the promise of offering more than home transformations, extending into cultural impact and inspiration. Their presence on screen was restored, but the challenges of balancing privacy with a growing empire remained. Still, their evolution proved how essential control, intention, and resilience are in maintaining longevity in a demanding industry. The Gaines brand had matured, signaling an influence likely to endure well beyond any single show. As their fresh start gained momentum, the story of Chip Gaines took a more personal turn, revealing depths beyond business and television glamour, personal trials, and philanthropic efforts. Chip Gaines's public journey has been shaped not only by business success and TV fame, but also by personal challenges that revealed his resilience and character. In 2021, fans grew alarmed when he posted a photo of himself with a shaved head. Concern spread rapidly, with many fearing he was battling a serious illness such as cancer. The speculation escalated into rumors about his health and even his mortality, reflecting how deeply his audience connected to him and how quickly vulnerability can become the center of public conversation. The truth behind the shaved head, however, was rooted in generosity rather than illness. Chip shaved his hair as part of a fundraising partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, standing in solidarity with children who lose their hair during cancer treatments. His gesture inspired wide support and ultimately raised more than $300,000. Fans responded with relief and admiration, seeing the act as a testament to the Gaines's long-standing commitment to meaningful causes. Philanthropy has always played a crucial role in the lives of Chip and Joanna. The couple, governed by their family values and faith, often states that they want their 5 kids to be raised in a stable, loving environment, which, of course, is one of the biggest challenges already being posed by their ever-increasing empire. Chip has been quite candid regarding some of his priority changes, like almost losing his son in a crowd, reminding him about life's fragility and the necessity of being present at home. Their charitable works have been countless and never-ending. St. Jude's, for instance, has become a very important part of the Gaines's charity work, but they are still very much involved with other charities. They are using their enormous influence not only to draw attention to and redirect funds to where they are most needed, but also to support various causes. By doing so, their Power for Good approach has transformed not only the home improvement business, but also the way people view the qualities of kindness, responsibility, and the influence of thoughtful leadership. Criticism is a part of being a public figure that Chip sometimes has to endure, but his genuineness and generosity have been the factors that keep him widely appreciated. For sure, the fans are not only attracted by the lovely houses built through his efforts, but also by the personal development and the meaning he illustrates. The combination of these attributes, openness, kindness, and determination, makes the Magnolia tale more interesting. The Magnolia brand, in the present day, encompasses the whole range of their values: family, faith, charity, and business. Chip and Joanna have been creatively expanding their range from Magnolia Market and the silos to restaurants, rentals, and even their television network. Heaps of new projects and mentorship roles are waiting for them, but they are not hinting at any slowdown. Chip Gaines's story blends triumphs, challenges, and constant reinvention, reaching far beyond the homes he's restored. From breaks and controversies to heartfelt philanthropy and a powerful TV return, his journey continues to inspire millions. If you enjoyed this look into Chip's path, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more stories. Thanks for watching, and when you're done, don't miss the next video queued up on your screen. The Magnolia Saga is just getting started.